We empaths know that it isn't easy living with high levels of empathy. True, being an empath is an emotionally rich life, and there are major benefits of our compassion and kindness, not least the fact that we are more connected to other people. Being an empath can be brutal too though. Heightened levels of empathy can make us overly sensitive, can cause us emotional pain, and can make it insanely difficult to focus on ourselves. That's why many of the empaths I've worked with tell me that they would do anything to reduce empathy. Because they simply cannot handle the constant emotional burden of feeling other people's pain. So here's the deal. It turns out there is one easy way how to reduce empathy. All you need to do is take Tylenol. Yes, if you want to know how to reduce empathy, studies shows that Tylenol will do the trick. Yes, shockingly, research shows you can reduce empathy by just swallowing Tylenol. Breaking research reveals that taking Tylenol will massively reduce our empathy for our fellow people. Of course, it's not healthy. It has major side effects. It could potentially turn you into a psychopath. No really, continue reading to see why. It will rob you of your empathy, which is a very important thing. And anyone who thinks that empathy is a bad thing should probably be fired into outer space to lie alone. But indeed, Tylenol does reduce empathy. 2 major studies in the past 4 years have shown that Tylenol kills our ability to feel the suffering of other people. It is yet another one in the long line of Tylenol side effects. In 2015, a study found that acetaminophen, Tylenol, and paracetamol has dangerous side effects not just on the body but on our ability to socially connect with other people and to experience those moments or oneness with another person. Now, a new study has revealed that acetaminophen reduces empathy. The study, titled A Social Analgesic, Acetaminophen, Paracetamol, Reduces Positive Empathy, reveals that Tylenol makes us less able to feel for other people when they are suffering. The researchers asked 114 participants to take either Tylenol or a placebo. 1 hour later, participants read about uplifting experiences of other people and were evaluated on their levels of empathy. The researchers state, results showed that acetaminophen reduced personal pleasure and other directed empathic feelings in response to these scenarios. These findings suggest that 1. Acetaminophen reduces affective reactivity to other people's positive experiences, and 2. The experience of physical pain and positive empathy may have a more similar neurochemical basis than previously assumed. Because the experience of positive empathy is related to prosocial behavior, our findings also raise questions about the societal impact of excessive acetaminophen consumption. By reducing empathy, Tylenol is having devastating effect on society. Billions of doses of Tylenol are taken annually. Hundreds of millions of people use acetaminophen and paracetamol. And all those people are experiencing the psychological side effects of Tylenol. We are becoming a society of people with critically low empathy. And while medications like Tylenol are definitely a huge problem, we also have to take account for ourselves. Let's face it, the average person among us doesn't think twice about taking a pill to stop pain. We've become a society in which it is considered the norm to take medications for quick fixes with very little idea of the possible side effects. And we are now seeing those side effects not just in our individual health but in society as a whole. Society today is a much less connected place than it was 50 years ago. We humans are losing the emotional interconnectedness that has held us together for so long. And one reason is the side effects of medications like Tylenol. 1/4 of Americans take Tylenol. That's 1/4 of the U.S. population that has a reduced capacity to feel the joy and suffering of other human beings. And simply because they happen to use Tylenol for pain relief. Crazy thing is, many people actively seek to reduce empathy on purpose. As a meditation teacher, many people have asked me about the effect of empathy on the mind and on life in general. Truth is, heightened empathy can indeed make life challenging. But it is also one of the most wonderful traits in the world. Why you shouldn't ever want to reduce empathy. If you're a person with heightened empathy, you may very well have wondered how to reduce empathy. It's understandable, but it's also a mistake. Empathy is one of the most important psychological skills. Empathy creates the interpersonal glue that connects us to other people and that holds us together as a society. Just consider the fact that people with no empathy are by definition psychopaths. Being an empath might mean that we feel the pain of other people. And yes, that can hurt. But it also means we are more connected. We are one with other people. We live emotionally rich lives that are more rewarding. And that is why I, for one, will never attempt to reduce empathy.